What's up, guys? It's Tyler with Hooksets.arefree. Hope you're having a great day whenever it is that you're watching this. I've got a little unboxing to show you from Discount Tackle for the month of January 2021. So I've already opened this package and showed you guys on one of my previous live streams a week or two ago. But I wanted to do a dedicated video showing you guys these baits up close, showing you what I decided to purchase from Discount Tackle this month. So here's a little preview of what I got this month. As usual, I spent kind of the bare minimum in order to get free shipping. I spent like 62 bucks here. So ordinarily, if you spend at least $59 or $60, I don't know which one it is, you get free shipping from Discount Tackle. I got a couple soft plastics here. I'll show you guys those first. Then we'll go to hard baits and then to some terminal tackle. I got a little bit of a mixed bag of stuff this month, so hope you guys like it. Let's get right into it. First is a bait that I already have a handful of in my Chatterbait trailers little bait binder here. And this is the Z-Man Turbo Cross. This is a color that I did not already have. And this is Junebug. So pretty classic Junebug color here. Very purple, translucent with a lot of blue flake in there. And I've got some jigs, especially a new football jig that I've been kind of building using these Picasso Lures fantasy football undressed jig heads. I've been putting some custom skirts on there, and I think that Junebug Turbo Cross would go perfect on the back of that. Next up, got a little Berkeley Powerbait Max Scent, and this guy is the Hitworm. The color is called Pumpkin Seed. Now this is a different bait than the flatworm. The Hitworm is rounded all the way through, tapers down to a pretty thin tail, and then has a bulbous tail here at the top. This is just a short little 4.5-inch worm. Would be great on a shaky head, on a Nico rig, obviously on a drop shot. Also could be cut down and would be a very interesting and solid Ned rig bait, though it would be a sinker. So when it comes to these baits, it's the Max Scent itself that really gets fish to bite and hold on longer. It's got a nasty, nasty smell, but fish love it. You guys probably know that the Max Scent flatworm has been one of the fish catchingest lures on the market over the last couple of years, particularly for smallmouth bass. Okay, next up, I got 2 packs of the Chase Baits soft plastics. First is the Flip Flop. What makes these unique is they call them rolling hood wings. So the Flip Flop here is a beaver style bait. It has very flat, do nothing appendages. Would be great for flipping or on, say, a Texas rig or a Tokyo rig in colder water. And these rolling hood wings create like a squid-like type of action. Very interesting bait that's pretty much unlike anything else on the market. I haven't seen anything like this. This color here is called Mudbug. It's very brown, a little bit of orange, and some gold flake in it. I like that. Now this bait is very similar. It's called the Love Bug instead. And it's got same body shape, same rolling hood wings, but different claws and kickers. These legs are essentially like a UV speed craw from Zoom or that turbo cross that I just showed you from Z-Man. So it's got those V-cut kicker legs, which are going to do a whole lot of kicking and flapping, create more vibration in the water. It's got these long antennae as well. So my guess is that this bait should have quite a bit more action on the fall than that flip-flop. The flip-flop is going to fall straight down and wave a little bit, whereas this guy, the Love Bug, is going to kick on the way down. So I'll still fish this in a lot of the same situations. flipping it, throwing it on a Texas rig, perhaps on a football jig or a wobblehead. But chances are I'm going to fish this in warmer water, and I'm going to move it quicker in the water column. So that flip-flop is more of just like a vertical presentation and a slow drag, whereas this love bug is going to be one that you might swim in the water or let fall a further distance. So again, warmer water and more aggressive action is where this love bug is going to excel, as opposed to that flip-flop. On the back of the package, it does suggest Carolina rig, Texas rig, jig trailer, or punch shot rig, which is the Tokyo rig. So yeah, I envisioned myself throwing this on the Tokyo rig or on a Texas rig primarily, but obviously a lot of different things you can do with that bait. Let's move on to the hard baits that I picked up this month, and I think there's only 2 of them, maybe 3. First up, you guys have seen me use this bait before. This is the Lucky Craft Lightning Pointer 98 XR. And this is an awesome mid-sized jerk bait. As you can see, it's got 2 hooks on it, but this has a different profile than the standard Pointer 100. Well, I'm not going to pull it out right now. So different from the standard Lucky Craft Pointer 100, this guy has a more tapered tail, a more streamlined body, though it is still going to be loud. And it actually has a slightly more aggressive action, and it dives a little bit deeper than the standard Pointer 100. So instead of the 4 to 5 feet that the standard Pointer 100 dives, this guy goes some 6 to 7 feet deep. This is one of my favorite Lucky Craft colors, MS American Shad. And of course, you can get Lucky Craft baits for about 10% off of their retail price on Discount Tackle. So what makes that bait especially cool is the price tag. So instead of the $16 that you'd spend on a standard Pointer 100, that guy retails at $9.99. You do spend a little bit more on the premium colors. So I want to say that one retails for $10.99, but after the discount on Discount Tackle, I got it for, a little less than $10. Okay, next hard bait is the yo-zuri Rattlin' Vibe, and this is in their second lightest size. This is the 3/8 ounce. What I like about this bait is that it's got a smaller body than most. So for a 3/8 ounce bait, this is about the same size as a standard 1/4 ounce rattle trap. And I really, really like this color. This is matte black. This is the 3/8 ounce, and it's 2 1/8 inches long. So really small profile, but very castable. Nice high pitch rattle to it. And I've found that all black or black and blue style lures, which is pretty rare for a rattle trap style bait, a little more common with jigs and soft plastics, work in all water clarities. Obviously, they're going to excel in low light conditions or in dirtier water. However, there is a time and place for throwing black or black and blue in clear water. So, picked one of those up. Again, one thing I love about yo-zuri baits are that they're made in Japan. You get JDM quality for a more affordable price tag. So I want to say those retail for $9.99, and you can get them on Discount Tackle for $7.99. Got just a few more things in here. Got a couple chatterbaits. This guy is the new Z-Man Cross-Eyes chatterbait. Couple things that I love about this one are that it is essentially a flipping jig with a chatterbait blade on it. So it has a flatter head, an O'Shaughnessy style hook on it, and a very firm weed guard. This is a multi-strand wire weed guard. It's somewhere between, say, like a monofilament and a actual wire weed guard. It's firm, but not too firm. You can really adjust it quite well. This thing is going to be awesome around not just rock, but especially wood. So throwing this around brush piles and laydowns where you wouldn't ordinarily throw a chatterbait, this guy is going to do a killer job. So this fire craw color is going to come into play, especially in the pre-spawn here coming up in a couple of months. Maybe sooner for some of you who are watching this where you live down south. Next up is the Z-Man Ice Strike Chatterbait. And what makes this bait cool is that they essentially just converted one of their jig heads into a chatterbait. So what they took was the Ice Strike, I think this is called the Redfish Eye jig head, and they threw a chatterbait blade on there. Very practical. I had actually made some of these myself using the Queen Tackle switchblades last year, but I'm much more confident in this secure connection here from Z-Man. So now they're making these and selling them in a 2-pack. I want to say these retail for like $6. Now these come in a few different sizes. This right here is the 3/8 ounce. Comes with a 5/0 hook on there. Would pair up perfectly, in my opinion, with say like a 5-inch diesel minnows from Z-Man. So that's probably what I will throw it on primarily. Next up, I got one of these Keitech mono spin jigs. This guy is absolutely tiny. This is not just a finesse jig, but rather a micro jig. Wow, check this little guy out. I don't even know how to hold it to be able to show you just how small this thing is. This little guy weighs 1/16 of an ounce. Has a finesse cut skirt, as you can see. Very fine silicone. It has a tungsten round ball jig head and a size 3 hook on there. It does have a little wire weed guard, but golly, this thing is made to put like 1.5 to 2-inch trailers on there. I know that Keitech makes one, but I don't know that I actually have anything small enough to throw on the back of this. I'm sure I do, but it's tough to imagine because this jig is half the size of anything else on the market. And I've heard really good things about it. I imagine it's awesome for multi-species fishing, fishing for panfish and crappie, not just bass, probably also trout. But it's so light that I think you could even throw this under a float. I don't know. I'm very curious to try this out. Again, I had heard good things about it and thought I would pick one up to just see what it's about. Last in the package are these Z-Man banded skirts. So these are spare skirts that you can throw on jigs which you've either ruined the skirt or where they come naked straight out of the package. And these come pre-banded, so they're easy to just thread on a jig head and then trim down the skirt how you prefer. Or of course, you could cut that little rubber band off and you could hand tie with some braid and put this on your own jig or chatterbait. As you guys know, this Bee Height Delight is one of my absolute favorite colors on the Jackhammer chatterbait. So I was very excited to see that they're selling these skirts in the Bee Height Delight color in a 5-pack for like $3 or $4. So very interesting way to customize your own jigs or replace a skirt on a bait that you've already beat up. In fact, I have 1 or 2 of these Jackhammer chatterbaits, which the skirt has fallen off or gotten all torn up, and I just removed the skirt entirely and have been using them naked. So I will probably hand tie one of these skirts on that 1 or 2 that I've got, and we'll see how that goes. So that makes up this month's Discount Tackle unboxing. If you haven't already, go check out Discount Tackle. I'll leave a link in the description to this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again in the next one. Cheers, guys.